In this video, I'll be reviewing your Pokemon, and more specifically a submission posted by RaenonPig in the YouTube My Mon text channel in the Nirtheart Discord. Now, for the month of October, I will be making a video for each and every one of you who become a YouTube member and join my Discord. You get lifetime access starting at $2, whatever that is in your local currency, regionally adjusted by yours truly, YouTube. So, the first Pokemon we're going to have a look at here that Ryan has posted is a Tyranitar, and it is level 44. It is an AAB Tyranitar, which means ginger, and beans. Like so. And we can first see that the nature is brave. That is quite brave on the Tyranitar with the already difficult EXP curve. And so with that EXP gains down, that is going to be a big oof. Although Tyranitar is a good Pokemon, so overall, you don't mind the speed up on it. So I like the berry finding on Tyranitar, and that is exactly what we see here. It is going to give you a huge boost at Snowdrop Tundra, which is among the more difficult areas still. Snowdrop Tundra is the first late game area, I would say, just from the start of the game. And the other trait here is ingredient finding M. And so I think overall, if you just stop here and look, that's a pretty decent Tyranitar right there. It seems to have been evolved twice. And based on the inventory here, it also has 200 hours, so less than 500. And I would say, I mean, ginger and beans have a decent synergy. Obviously for Ninja Salad, that's going to be huge. And I feel like there are a lot of huge dishes these days that kind of use green grass beans. So unless you have a really strong golem, then you may even push this to level 60. Now the next trait is ingredient finding S. And at that point in time, you may even consider, although I don't think it's perfectly optimal, to just cap the Tyranitar at level 50. It will produce you a whole lot of ginger with that ingredient finding M, ingredient finding S, and that brave nature. But the factor where I kind of think it makes more sense to go for as high level as possible here is that berry finding. And you do have that inventory L coming in at level 75, so that long-term Tyranitar is going to have a decent ingredient list. Not optimal, but it works. Mine is somewhat similar. It is ABA instead of AAB, so I have the beans at level 30 instead of 60. And you get a more even spread between the two. Slightly more beans, I think. But yeah, berry finding, inventory L is a huge combo on the ingredient specialists that kind of have an advantage from the berry finding. Some ingredient specialists have too small of an inventory and run into problems, but with the inventory L on a Tyranitar, you're going to be up way big. So let's say you even use this overnight, you get 1,000 hours on it, you're going to be looking at over 50 in the inventory. That is pretty strong. Now level 100, if you somehow can drag this Tyranitar to level 100, it gets speed M. So in my opinion, this is quite the home run of a Tyranitar. I'm not a huge fan of the sausage on Tyranitar. A lot of C ingredients in general are kind of in the way. So a mixture here between the ginger and the beans makes sense. As the berry finding, it's kind of an all-purpose Pokemon, very hard to level up, but overall among the strongest Pokemon in the game, S tier for sure. And so quite a nice find, and congratulations. Let's hop on to the next Pokemon. Also, I can mention the message here from Ryan is Wiggly got power crept, so I don't use it as much anymore, but it's still a crazy roll for Cyan. We can have a look at it. Oh, it's actually the last in the queue here. You know what? I'm just going to do the Wigglytuff and then the third and final Pokemon, which is Espeon. You probably saw that in the thumbnail, but for me, that was a surprise. All right, let's have a look at this Wigglytuff. Now, we've talked a lot about Wigglytuff recently, and that's particularly because of my free-to-play series, and also because a lot of you guys are running the Wigglytuff, and we've done the comparisons between Gardevoir and Wiggly. And as we are approaching main skill level 7 on the energy for everyone, I feel like the difference between a Gardevoir and a Wigglytuff is not that huge. So especially if you already have a really strong Wigglytuff, the fact you have to spend more resources for a slight benefit, I don't really see it. But yeah, let's see here. We have the skill trigger S, and we have the skill trigger M, and we have the careful nature. My goodness, what kind of Gardevoir do you have if this is not top tier? That's ridiculous. Wigglytuff has a little bit of a problem with the inventory. This one seems to be having 24 inventory, so that is less than 500 hours, and presumably it's been evolved twice. It has main skill level 6. At level 50, it has the berry finding. And I mean, wait, I put in the wrong thing. I'm sorry. That was skill trigger M. Tend to do that a few times every now and then. So I mean, for Wigglytuff, this is basically as good as you can get it. I think potentially if you were to use a Togekiss on your team somehow, that it could potentially round it out. You would then have 2 unique berry types. And at that point, the helper boost can do a little bit of funny business on the Togekiss. And Togekiss also has access to 3 different healing skills. So it's self-healing through the Charge Energy S. It is the Energizing Cheer and the Energy for Everyone. And so the Wigglytuff and the Togekiss can kind of play off each other. And with that Fairy type helper boost, you have Berry Finding on that Wigglytuff, which is a high level. This is level 54. So even if you have a super strong Gardevoir that somehow is better than this, I think long term you may have to really consider this one. It's even got the careful nature, so the ingredient finding down and berry finding, huge. And then watch this. It's got the helping speed M. And it's got inventory at level 100. Man, had I found this on my free to play, I would be set. I would almost regret investing in Suicune because I could start just building a full-on fairy team. That's ridiculous. One of the best Wigglytuff I ever seen. You probably are running into some issues with the inventory, but that's for now because main skill level 7 is going to come around, and presumably it's going to be like 21 or 22 points here, coming from 18. And at that point, like, I want to see your Gardevoir. That's my summary here, because that is amazing. All right, the last Pokemon here in this video, submitted by Ryan, is an Espeon named Binky. It's got milk, cacao, and cacao. We should put Espeon here on the big screen. It is currently level 51, so you've used this a fair bit. It can only evolve once. I will assume it's been evolved from an Eevee. The difference here would just be you've spent an extra seed. It's not a huge deal. The nature here is gentle. One of the best natures for the skill specialists. I think potentially careful is even better, but that's pretty nice. And then it has the skill level up M. So you got 2 free seeds, and it's also got the skill level up S. So you got another free seed. So basically, wait, what am I doing? Skill level up S, there we go. You basically only spend 1 main skill seed in getting this Espeon to level 7. Is that really it? No, it must have been 2, because you have 1, 2 on the evolution, 3 on level 50, and 5 from that main skill, or the skill level up M. So 2 seeds for level 7, and then you have the skill trigger M. Man, why is it doing that? There we go. This is a very nice Espeon, and I'm pretty sure this has been doing work at Lapis Lakeside. And now with the recent update of the Old Gold Power Plant, the max area bonus is 75 across the board. So when you go back to Lapis Lakeside, this is going to do a lot of extra work for you now, just for free by getting that weekly area bonus with that huge main skill trigger. The level 75 trait is Inventory S, and at level 100, it actually gets the final skill trigger. So in my opinion, that is very pristine. You would probably, as a premium player, like to see some inventory earlier, maybe a helping speed M, but I mean, pop 2 sub-skill seeds on this Espeon, and this is an easy ride to level 100. So congratulations across the board here. These were some really cool Pokemon, and I hope you're satisfied with them as much as I'm hyped for you in this video. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on these Pokemon that you've submitted, Ryon, and for everyone else, you can leave a big ol' thumbs up if you want to see more content like this in the future. And I can also mention, I don't remember if I said this at the beginning of the video, but by becoming a YouTube member, there we go, you get lifetime access to the nirtheart Discord. And for the month of October 2024, I'm doing a video per user member in the YouTube My Mon text channel. So post 3 screenshots of your Pokemon within October 2024, and I'll make a video just for you. Special campaign. All right. Thank you for watching.